Yes, the last issue I picked here that I feel we should discuss is the issue of I think the speaker talked about that we shouldn't depend on our children to live a good old life. You know, basically, we Africans, we when we are training our children, educating them, spending money on them, we feel we are investing. We are investing, and there will be time you are going to reap. You understand? It is a good thing. You understand? It's a good thing. But I think the speaker was trying to give us the danger of that expectation. And at times, it's an expectation. It might come, yes, you understand? It might be so, it might not. So what I want us to discuss is how do we handle this expectation? Because we have seen cases whereby parents have invested so much from their children, and as a result of that, even what the children are doing is not up to what they expected, and you see them complaining bitterly that this person that I trained, I did this to him, I did that to him. Look at what he's sending or what he's doing, as a payback. So how do we handle that? Because we're talking about preparing for our good old age. You understand? How do we disabuse our minds on this kind of expectation that might, hurt us in our old age? Yes, because if eventually your children happen to be the ones that I have my family to take care of, so you guys should fix yourself over there. How do you do?
That's if the child itself is able to take care of his family.
That is it. He's even struggling.
You are expecting
Yes.
the struggling child to still come and take care of you.
Yes.
Generally that
Mhm.
is very dangerous.
Mm.
Now I learned from experience.
Yes.
Like, myself first.
Mm.
Now my dad had a cousin sister.
Yeah.
She was to travel out of the country. There's this I don't know whether it's a genealogy in Edo State. You see somebody from every family,
Yeah.
1, 2, want to go outside the country, and then all the burden of the whole family is on them. And they go about doing terrible things just to be able to fund that burden. So my dad had a cocoa farming. I was fetching him, was taking care of us well.
Yeah.
When my cousin sister was to travel out of the country, he sold the farm.
Wow. He sold it.
I'm telling you, that period was not funny. Sold the farm. So I said, I know that if she goes, the agreement was that they had an agreement. And my younger sister, the one that she was very close to, she will take her.
She will join her over there.
That story. My dad is late. They are married. They have our children. We will not hear from that auntie.
At all. She disappeared.
Do you know the irony of the matter? When she was not doing well, she took her husband.
Wow.
From here.
Not your sister as planned.
Sister. Took her husband. Took her younger brother.
You see?
I think it took like 3. That was when my dad realized. And I just felt all those disappointment from those people he held. He was expecting so much from them.
Yeah.
And they said to whom much is given, much is expected. But Kai, the expectation of my righteous father was cut short. I'm saying. And those are the things that contributed to his thinking and then probably
affected his
health. He was sick for 1 year, 6 months. He had several heart failures that I cannot overcome because I was at that time I was in Zaria. Because do you know those decisions? As I said, I left from experience. So when I see he was making it, I said no. I don't want to be that kind of man.
Yeah.
See, as much as I want to help somebody outside, my family comes first.
Yes.
At a point, I told my mother, we have a family house in Kuje.
Yeah.
I'll work a whole year. All the money I save up, plus the contribution, the little contribution you just got at the end of the year that you gather and carry. You just see there, just one project from nowhere will just show in the family. All the money will go. You start from square one again. I did that for 5 years. 2009, 2012, 2013, 2014. And I told my mother, I said, so I am now.
It might come to an end.
So I am now, at this my age now. I cannot say this mattress is my own. I said, no, I said I will not do it. So the first 6 months of that year, I left there. I said, nobody should ask me for anything. Let me set because the truth is that if I am not doing well, there's no way I can assist you guys. And I told her, I said, no, I'm going to leave. Say, let me go and find my. I rented the self-contained. I was there. I bought mattress, bought television. I said, okay, this one.
Yeah, it's yours.
So if I am living there to start anything, so what were we saying? What are we saying? The expectation from, in fact, it mustn't even be your children, even from others.
Yeah.
There's this saying that one man will always say. Then when we were growing up, he said, his principle, he won't borrow out money that he cannot forget. So that when he don't receive that money. So when you expect and you prepare your mind for the worst, when it happens, it's not a surprise.
Yes.
You take it, and I think those are the things probably our parents did, and we better learn from them. If not, that affliction not rise the second time.
Amen. Amen.
So that's it.
Who is next? How do we handle expectations? Okay.
I think we at the point I was almost having that kind of thought because it's like we have said, the Africans, we have that as an innate thing. It's like a natural phenomenon that happens with us. Okay. Okay. So I got talking with someone. There's this guy that is taking care of one of the stuff I have in just there. So one day we were just talking and talking about this same matter. He was like, Oga, let me tell you the truth too. Whatever you are doing for these children, just do with that. Somebody who will take care of you might even be somebody far away, not even your blood.
Yes.
Do you understand? That was when the thing just ran on my head. I was like, okay, first of all, it is responsibility. Whatever I'm doing for these children is responsibility. It is my responsibility to do it for them. So Gobe, it's just like my dad, when he was still alive, he would tell us that, whatever you are doing, that, in fact, that was what he used to tell us. That this we are teaching you, it is for your own good. Tomorrow you will use it to feed yourself. It is when you are okay and you are satisfied before you remember to even say, take, Baba. And of course, where are they today? You understand? So I think it's actually that sense of responsibility that this, first and foremost, it is my own responsibility as a father, okay, that I'm doing this for this child. There is this video of this same man. I communicated with him within the week, this same elderly man. Okay, there's this another video of him talking about still this old age stuff. He has already given his children a warning about his burial. Okay, he said we must plan for our exit plan as part of our preparation. Plan for your exit plan. And part of what he was telling them is that tomorrow, that when he dies, his corpse must not stay more than 2 weeks. Secondly, nobody should make any coffin for him. This same man, that they should not make any coffin for him. Buy us a coffin, marble, buy us a marble grave or whatever. They should just dig the grave like that natural ground. They should wrap him on a white sheet of cloth and throw him. That, in fact, that was the word he used. Just throw me there. And he gave them he said nobody should come and preach in my funeral.
Wow.
That let him not come and just call somebody who doesn't even know him to come and say whatever rubbish. Do you understand?
Wow.
Seriously, that they should allow him and his God. And he said, the day you bury me, the next day go to work. Nobody should mourn me. He said when he buried his parents, the next day he went to work.
Wow.
He said because some of them will just, in fact, he said your children will even try to make money using your burial. No, sincerely. You understand? They will use your burial to do fundraising. You come and snap. Say nobody should do selfie with his burial. All this warning he said, I'm not angry, but that is what I want. Nobody should do that. So it is important that we understand that. And he said we must, especially us as men. Okay, he emphasized this a lot. He said we must be prepared to stand alone. Okay, because the time is coming. This wife, now we are talking about making our wives independent. The time will come when your son is there, your daughter is there. When they give birth, they will all go. Mama will even go and do umugo 3
Mm-hmm.
months.
Mm-hmm.
You are just there, you alone.
Yeah.
You know, actually pour you.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
So we must plan ahead.
Yeah.
You know, he said we must learn to let people go.
Mm.
Okay, and learn to stand alone. He's the only survivor in his whole family.
Yes.
All his brothers,
Oh,
everybody
yes.
is gone. He's the
Mm.
only survivor. So he said you must learn to stand alone.
Mm.
So as part of our preparations as men, we must have this foresight. Okay, and never to depend on our own children. Okay, we must have systems that will generate whatever income we will need in old age.
Yeah.
All right. So that we don't have to be looking at what is this one sending, what is like our brother said. Maybe at that time I said the child is not even earning enough to take care of his own immediate family, not even talk about thinking about you.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much. Talking about expectation, my dad, you were talking about your dad. My dad was this kind of person that he trained us very well, but he was not expectant of anything. He was not. My mom was his opposite, or is, because she's still alive. And my younger brother made one great mistake, even though I advised him, but he still fell into that trap because me, naturally, I'm more of like a psychologist. I study people very well. So I told him, because God helped him early enough before me in terms of, job opportunities. So the mistake he made was that of telling my mom how much he earns. So any amount he sent to our mom, my mom will sit down and do minus from his salary and compute the percentage. So she will call me. It's me that she will call and say, can you imagine out of you understand? Out of the amount that this young man is receiving, he only send me
This percentage.
You understand? So, and he battled that. Nicodemus battled that. And that it used to hurt him. And to him, he has done his best. This is what he feels he can, for now, looking at the responsibilities he has. So this is what he feels he can send to her. But her own is the ratio. He will just calculate and say, okay, out of the amount you told me I'm receiving, this is what you just remove. So you understand? It's very dangerous. Yeah. Understand?
No, but because
So-
I have a friend like that.
So let me finish.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
So the issue is that if you, at times we need to study our parents very well. That's the message I want to pass. For us, you understand? We have to look at it both ways. We have discussed it regarding our own future. You understand? When we will be the ones at the receiving end. But now that we have parents that are expecting from us, because we have established the fact that it's an African thing. You understand? They are expecting from us. We need to study them and know their kind of person. So me, because of that understanding, see, in fact, I surprised my parents during my wedding. In fact, I prepared because I was here in Kuje as a teacher and I was doing so many home lessons. So in fact, what I was getting from home lessons was like ×2 of my salary. That's one. Two, I was working with a private school that was paying very well. So they were looking at me, a teacher. What are you doing in Kuje, in Abuja, teacher? So in fact, they don't even bother me. So I was gathering enough. So nobody, in fact, at times if I send money, my dad will say, where did you get this money? And they don't know that it's a little out of, you understand? Yeah. So during my wedding, in fact, where I married this tribe that is very expensive in just Mangu people, Magavu. They are very expensive.
Goats.
Yes. Yeah. So in fact, my dad, when he saw the list, his body started shaking. When we went for the introduction, I just told him that I had already planned everything. So we're doing it in batches. I'll just call my dad. I'm ready for the next batch. He said, where did you get the money? I'll just wire the money into his account and I'll tell him he should mobilize people. They should go. They will go. They went to just like 3 times, clear everything. In fact, that was when my dad's eyes opened. He said, Kai, come and tell me, are you sure you are really teaching? because they see teachers around in Kaduna, you know, they are poorly paid.
Yeah, they're very
You understand? So the truth is that we should, from our own side, we should also try to manage expectations from our parents, from our uncles, from brothers and sisters. There is a way, there is wisdom in managing that expectation. They are expecting so much from us. You understand? So there is wisdom in managing the expectation. I'm just trying to bring the other angle to this issue, which is a cultural thing. You understand? People expect a lot. They have trained you. I have an uncle in Zaria. This man, in fact, if you ask him to give you a little story about me, he doesn't know anything. But if you see our chat, you say, my son. Even my dad never calls me like that. He calls me by my name, but this man, he will call on phone and say, my son. When we're chatting, my son, I want you to say, you understand? He's an uncle. He didn't know where he's schooled. But, you know, since he knows that my dad is no more, he feels, he's feeling that way. And he wants me to be the son. You understand? That he never trained. So, what I'm trying to say is that we should also learn to know how to manage this expectation, because it has a way of, you know, soiling our relationships. If not well handled, you begin to have issues with your parents, with your siblings, with your uncles, if you don't manage it very well. Yes, sorry. You wanted to say something.
I wanted to say
Okay.
it's an act of witchcraft. Like I remember, I don't know if it's a clip I watched. Oh yeah, okay, no, it happened really, but I saw there's a clip that used to remind me of. So this woman, she actually trained the son very well, very well, and they go close. So every woman he brings that he wants to marry, mysteriously, either they separate one thing like that, or the woman dies. So she was even against the guy getting married, because there was this expectation that, okay,
if he
has
gets
trained him,
married,
and then she now knew he was working with a good company. She now was staying with him in the same house that he built for her. Let him move out rent. She said, no, don't waste the money, stay. That's how she paid. And the guy grew so used to the mother doing everything for him, and he was things here. And the mother did not allow this boy to get married.
Can you imagine?
And he was already 45, he was not still married. Mommy's boy, everybody says mommy's boy. And if you say anything about his mom, he's so enraged that you'll be wondering. So every woman that come close to him and see that part of him, either they go away or something mysterious will happen. And so we need to really be careful. We really need to be careful. And as you say, we should try and manage those expectations.
Yes.
I ran away from my family. No joke. Said, I need to do something for myself. Because at that point there was nothing that I can even say is it was my own then. But thank God that we were able to come out of those situations.